Can you hear me now, Mel? I hope you can. I'm hoping that it's better. The YouTube notification. Oh, really? The YouTube notification went live. I didn't even think the YouTube thing was working. That's good news. That's actually really good news. I wasn't 100% on that. I have to get my audio in place. I've had a long weekend, so I might actually take tomorrow off, and I might be doing art and streaming tomorrow as my main focus. I'm really heavily considering. I'm reaching my breaking point with my day job, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen on that side of stuff. I've been working on some new art stuff, and I'm working on a new idea that I have, and I'm probably going to be launching. I think I'm going to be launching an NFT actually in the next 20 to 30 days. I'm actively working on it, so I'll let you know if I do. Oh yeah, I see you now. I see you writing there. Elvis, thank you for resubbing. I did notice that my thing is slightly off the line though, so I'll have to fix that. This is actually the time I meant to be starting the last couple of days, Drake. It's not been going my way, unfortunately. I've had people here, and so I've had to really spend a lot of time with that, and I didn't get a chance to stream as much as I would have liked to, so. The plan was always to stream this at the first part of the day, and then towards the later part of the day, stream like something like World of Warcraft or Power World to go back into the exploration games, but I just haven't had the time to do that, unfortunately. I normally do start really late, Drake. I do start normally really late. But honestly, my hope is that long term I would be starting earlier in the day, realistically. I'm gonna try things a little bit differently. I just have been really busy, Malphus. I haven't abandoned it. I want to get back to it. It's just I have, like, I'm actually getting paid to play this game right now. Truly. Like, I'm actually, like, every week I've been making, you know, like, roughly an extra $100 just to stream me playing it. And that's a really hard prospect for me to turn down. Considering, especially considering I might be out of a job here in the next, next month. Things are not looking really that great for me with work right now, so... I've been trying to take opportunity wherever I could. So I'm just putting in the paces. But the other Power... Oh, you mean there's a lot of people who are stopped playing Power World overall? Worldwide? Ah, Nick and Captain. Ah, gotcha. Well, Cam started playing this too because he got into the same program I'm in right now, Drake. That's why. Like, technically speaking, if he was consistent with his schedule, streaming, doing it more than like a couple times a week, he probably would make some, like, an extra $100 a week just playing this. Also, I think because Captain's so far ahead, I think you're right about that. What level did I stop at? 34. And if you recognize it, literally, I stopped playing right when I got the access to making content for this game, so... It really wasn't that I got bored of Power World, it's just that something better came along for me. This game is free to play, yeah, Mel. There's actually a link in my bio on Twitch that you can actually find the download for the game or learn a little bit about the game. You can definitely get the nut taken care of though, Drake. Same deck. You gotta overwhelm me and swamp me in the early stages. That's how he tries to win. Try to explain my moves? Okay, I mean, I could definitely do that. So, have you played anything like this before, Malthus? You played God and it's less like Gods Unchained and more like team fight tactics. Gods Unchained is actually, I would say, a bit easier than this for sure. So, you play, or maybe just think out loud. I'll think out loud. I'll talk about my moves. But I didn't do it on this run because I'm already so far in. I want to start doing that right from the start of a run so I can give you some better insight. Which should literally be right after this round because I've already won. Beat the same guy twice in a row, so feels good. We're climbing, at least. Let me get my food, and then I'm gonna go around and I'll explain move for move what I'm doing and try to give you some insight. Get my food. I got my food back. Let's do this. I'll try to explain it. We'll start off with some basics about what I'm doing. So if you're actually serious about giving this deck a try, because all the cards are included, or all the characters that you would need to play this are included. Viper, L-I-V, so V-I-P-E-R, space L-I-V. When you type that in YouTube, you'll see that he creates a bunch of YouTube content. And the deck I'm playing right now, of all these characters, is actually his deck. So it's not like a deck that I built or anything like that. It's gonna be... It's gonna be his deck. I'm not getting a notification. Whoa, we are playing. What the? Okay, interesting. There's some new ones in there I haven't seen before. I'll take the mud. So basically, these are cards that they're like augments that you put on your character, and what they'll do is they'll actually change, or they'll give them extra, you know, ability or extra strength, extra characteristics in general. So typically speaking with this deck, the moves are fairly similar. What your goal of this deck is to have this little Lynx survive as long as possible in the early game, because he does a ton of damage with his pure attack damage. And then use this Buffalo to tank damage in the early game. This is an augment. This is the thing that I'm doing right here. This is considered an augment weapon. I'm putting it on my hero. Your hero is you, basically. So you're a combination of your heroes, your hero, and your creatures. So now in this round, all the creatures, they auto-attack each other. I don't have to do anything. They just play for themselves. We just have to sit here and watch and hope that my creatures don't get wiped out like that one just did. That kind of sucked. He won the first round, but barely. The hard part of this game is learning how each of the characters that you play is going to move on the board. So when I position this guy here, what I'm trying to do is make this one's path kind of line along this thing. So they're always gonna, your characters are always gonna take the shortest path to whatever their target is. My job is to try to make that path very direct towards what I want to kill. That's my job. So I won this round strictly because my minion combination was just stronger than his. The more units I have left on the board at the end of a round, the more damage he takes. So my job is to try to keep as many of them alive as possible, really. So I'm just positioning these things based on ideas of where I see his units going and charging in the back, and I'm just hoping that when I put these here, that my units will move in such a way that his units won't hit me before I start hitting him, and it didn't quite work out as well that way this time. He'll probably win this round. My job is to try to make it so that his creatures don't get to use their special ability. The way that they gain their special ability is that the longer they're on the board and the more attacks they do, they gain energy over time. And once that charges up to a certain point, they get to use their special abilities. Hypers is what they're called. We won another round. Unfortunately, if I lose this next round, after this one, I'm out. I might even lose here. No, next round I lose if I don't win. He beat me. I didn't lose that much there. That guy was a much higher rank than I was. So he won 2 there. Interesting. So I'm just literally replicating the exact same thing. Lynx goes in the back here. Hero goes in front. I'm actually going to put him in front instead of off to the side here because I do want it to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to put this closer towards the mid because it's not a mirror match. So what I'm doing there is linking the traits so that the traits are very similar, and there's a bit of a buff on that, and then I'm just putting the weapon on him and going. Just putting this other one on the board. Basically, their abilities together sync so that they have extra defense and defensive abilities. Just increasing their overall tankiness. Actually, you know what? We'll just increase the actual overall tankiness. He barely won that round. He just had a couple more units than I did, is really what it won. Actually, you know what? Because I have such a wide area here. Damn, man. I'm not sure why that happened. He's stunning me, that's why. What's the Adderus up front, huh? I shouldn't be losing this right now. It's because my positioning is a little fucking off, that's why. Move, monkey. A little bit. I actually don't know who wins this round. Him, I think. I shouldn't have lost that. I fucked up the positioning is the only thing I can explain. Like, I fucked too much of the positioning up. We're gonna position a little differently this round. People seem to be leaning pretty hard to the right side today, so. Just gonna switch it up a little bit. Oh shit. I forgot the link. I forgot the fucking link. Ah! He's gonna win this round just because I forgot the fucking link. Oh, maybe he won't, actually. He didn't put enough on the board. I lucked out. Pretty straightforward. He's gonna play a big round this round, though. Something's weird. Did I move someone? I did something weird. Oh, I put the thing on him. Yeah, okay. Okay, got another win there. Alright, I'm sure you're probably wondering, Malthus, some things in this game. So what questions do you have that I can answer for you? Actually, you know what? We're gonna do it different. This one. Oh my god, he survived with 10 health. That's true, you can rewatch. Get some insights. Easy enough win. Except for that last loss a bit. A little bit, not much. We're trying to get back to 900 rank. I'm like... We're on the verge of being 900. I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec. Hmm? I couldn't. The smile has changed. He wants different variations. Multiple variations. I mean, similar to it. I would change it a little bit. Make it more what? Make it more cute. I think this one looks a little bit better. He said just run with the first thing and not like. I would lean more towards cute because all the cartoon ones that I was showing him were cute. Except with the dragon and the pink. One sec, I'm getting a little bit more food.
She looks like a llama.
The salt.
I'm not running so she's like so and so
Or is it? This one? This one? Oh. Kidding when I say a piece of salt literally flew into my eye. Burned like a motherfucker. Mmm. Ugh. Really fucking painful. Mmm. Just like the tiniest little grain of salt just flew into my eye, man. Ridiculous. Oh. It really hurt. What am I playing against? That deck, okay. Oh my god, I couldn't get everything on. Jesus Christ. Fucking wouldn't go on the character. It's really annoying. A lot of this game, Malphus, is going to be learning how people play their deck styles, because there's a lot of different decks. And trying to predict how their creatures are going to move in advance. It's hard to be precise in what I'm expecting for his creatures, because he can move his creatures at any time, so it's more just guessing possible lines of play that could happen. I'm just trying to run with it. What I think is most likely to happen. When it fades away like that, and I don't actually have the card go to my side, and he doesn't have the card go to his side, that means neither of us have won. I'm actually gonna go with healing. Easy enough win. A squiz. Interesting. I think I lost this one. played more units than I did this time, so it made a difference. Unfortunately. We're just gonna play like that. Whoa, what the fuck? Why did I lose that round? Wasn't expecting that. That big of a loss that round. Damn, man. He's really tanky right now. This team. Damn, man, the monkey didn't do shit against his Aderus. I was really hoping for more damage on them. Not really sure what happened on this one. There's definitely a positioning thing again. That was a huge loss for me, unfortunately. Man, I can't break out of this fucking mid-850s range. Kind of pissing me off. Really actively trying to climb out of that freaking dumpster here. Good. His cub actually got to me before I could get to it, so that sucks. That does a suck. that one. Alright, this should be the last round of this one, probably. Maybe one. But
Shall not be defeated.
there you are. Why are you quiet for me? Okay, I'll accept that answer. That's a possible reason. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'll accept that. It's a reasoned answer. I can get behind. Also an acceptable answer. Yeah, I do the same. I don't like hearing my own voice when I'm doing sales. Yeah. The one thing I really hate is when they put your volume up on speakerphone so loud that you get feedback. And it's just literally you having feedback the whole time. I hate ringing out on phones. I literally hate it. With a passion. Yeah. Okay, I mean, that would offer more stability on your desk, that's for sure. Yeah. So I actually, I told you I went to Florence. We haven't talked since. And I've been exhausted, and her friends were still here until today, so I've just literally not been in the mood. No, it doesn't, but it is what it is on that side. So I got a really good amount of video from us walking around Florence, mostly of me recording her walking in front of me. I mean, it's just the way it worked, unfortunately. But, yeah. Yeah. But we went to go see some pretty amazing art things. And, it's honestly a really inspiring city, truly. Like, when you're in a city like that, you kind of just want to create better things as a whole. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to explain because you've actually never experienced it firsthand. Like, there's actually not a situation in the entire U.S. that I could even relate it to. But we went to go see. I don't know if you know. I'm sure you know it, but I don't know if you actually know it off the top of your head. Do you know Michelangelo's David? What's that? Yeah, okay. You know it by the wiener? I mean, that's definitely a part of it. The other part of it is that it's literally considered like one of his best sculpture. You are quiet. I have to turn you up on my side. Yeah, I turned you up. I just upped your volume on my stream a ton, but now I have to turn you back down because now you're suddenly loud. You're all over the... So yeah, we went to go see Michelangelo's David, and honestly, it's a masterpiece. It really is. Like, you don't realize how much detail was put into that until you see it in person. It's definitely one of those things that's like once in a lifetime kind of experience. Yeah, my wife. Maybe you're an NPC. I agree, yeah. It's not a matter of being sentimental. It's a good thing you prefaced it. Dead inside. So, at least from my side of stuff, when I see something like that, there's three things that are going on in my head. The first of which is, if you've ever done modeling of clay, you know how time intensive that can be. I've done modeling of clay. Okay, so then you understand that it's a ton of time. Now you exponentially increase that amount of time by at least a hundredfold, probably, working with marble. And so my appreciation of it is more the dedication of time towards mastery of that and producing something that is leagues above anything else in and of its right is a huge part of my appreciation of it. The other side of it is, okay, so that's the second thing for me, is that I'm a creative person. I'm artistic. I like drawing. I like creating art, like works of art. I'm actually working on, I think I told you, I was thinking about doing an NFT project or something. I'm actually doing the NFT project. I've just decided, much like I'm streaming Illuvium, much like I, followed through all that, I'm just doing things now. So, like, yeah. So anyway, I am literally in the process of drawing my NFT project right now. And I'll share it with you before I launch it. But right now I'm keeping it on the low because I don't want to have anyone else fuck with my process. Simply put, I'm trying to keep it as close to my idea as possible. So, why am I losing this round? What the fuck has he got on me? He's stunning the shit out of me or something. There's a new deck that's like running around that's filled with a shit ton of bulwarks that are like tanky as fuck. I mean, yeah, you should do that. I haven't even opened your stream yet. Not open yet, so you have to keep talking. Why am I not able to hear you on the stream? Keep talking. Oh, I gotta mute this. God damn, Illuvium's loud as fuck too. I gotta mute this. God damn, Illuvium's loud as fuck too. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
All the way turned down.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You had to turn your volume all the way up to hear you, so if that's what you wanted, you did a good job.
I wanted to make sure I didn't peek.
My only the camera placement's good. My only concern with how quiet it is, because it is very quiet on your stream, at least from what I'm hearing, is that you come across as too soft. Not sound like a pussy. Sorry, yeah, I had to say it. It was an opportunity. I had to do it. That's fair. I found the hat that I want, by the way. I know what hat I'm gonna get. I'm sure it's not your hat, but I know it's what I want. I finally found it, so I'm buying it. Nope, it wasn't. Yeah, we did, and it's not that hat. Do you even know which one it was? The alien one. I had like an alien thing. So, I know what hat I'm getting. I know it's not your style, but it's definitely my style. I finally found it, and I'm very happy with it, and no one's gonna ever talk me out of it because it's definitely a me thing. So, I'm gonna put it in my Discord. In the general hangout. There you go. I know. It's the hat that I want. I like it a lot, actually. The dragon? There's other options, but none of them have that full style. Yep. And I really like the color scheme. So, I know you're not big on dragons, but or you could argue that maybe, just maybe, the placement of the T-Rex's arms is actually wrong, and it was actually bird-like, and it was actually closer to wyverns. I've seen a couple of videos of it. Yeah. There was a video. I'll have to see if I can find it, but it was basically just showing that if you were to rotate the T-Rex's arms instead of being placed in front and place it towards the side, and you were to put proper cartilage, which wouldn't actually fossilize into bone, you could have a wing structure instead, very similar to modern birds. Very compelling, very, very compelling argument, actually. So you could say, because there's enough like interesting history written like over the years of like, you know, I think it was like St. Peter fighting a dinosaur or something like that, or a dragon, St. Peter fighting a dragon, maybe something like that. No. I'm talking about like there is a story of Loch Ness, and that's a whole separate one. But there's another story, a different one. That was like there's an older story, even older than that. It may not be St. Peter. I might be getting the people mixed up. It's a possibility. But basically, going into combat with an actual like dragon sounding creature. So I'm not saying it's what had happened, but it's a very interesting thing. And my thought is that if that's a good way of searching it up. That's it. It was Saint. It was Saint George was the name of the guy I was thinking of. It's a legend spread right around the 1500s of a guy, a soldier, basically, who defeated a dragon at Dragon Hill, Uffington. And if you look at the depictions of it in the thing, it's basically something that looks So my thought is this, that there's a possibility because of how humanity what hadn't really explored a lot of areas at the time, that maybe, just maybe, some version of dinosaurs made it later on and was pushed to the absolute extinction. I'm not sure saying which one it is, I don't know. I'm just saying maybe, just maybe, like a pterodactyl or something like that survived and carried on over, and I'm not saying it. I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying just it. I'm not just saying one of it. I'm saying maybe multiple. Possible. And the only reason why I would say as a possibility is because we have cave systems that are literally miles and miles long, unexplored, that have entire forests and rainforests inside of them in certain places of the world. They're unexplored, uninhabited. What? The forest in the forest in the cave? The forest in a cave? No, I'm asking. Yeah, I'm literally gonna send you the link of it. It's literally called the Sun Duong Cave. It's literally in Vietnam. It's so fucking long. It's 200 meters below ground. It's literally its own rainforest. That's how big this fucking thing is. It's like an actual rainforest. Yeah, so if light actually penetrates through the upper roofing of it and gets, you're arguing in semantics, something that I do. It's not a rainforest in the traditional sense that, like, giant fucking trees and shit. It's got, like, moss and grass and shit in it, is really what it is. It's called the Hidden Forest. There's another one called the Hidden Forest Cave? No, hold on. They're considered collapse caves more than anything. Anyway, it's called the Sun Doong Cave. I can't send you the fucking link because it won't let me for some fucking reason, but it's on discovery.com. Sun Daoang. I can't say it. I'm gonna... Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But the point is that there are parts of this planet that were widely unexplored. And widely unexplored things leave opportunity for other things to exist. Well, not just that, but for actual opportunity of things to exist that otherwise wouldn't. And I'm going to use a prime example of it. Do you know what the coelacanth is? Okay, the coelacanth is a fish that looked like a dinosaur. I'm sure you've seen it. Thought it was extinct in the Indian Ocean. Yeah, in the Indian Ocean. Alive and doing well. Now, granted, it is a little bit different because it's a fish. Fish have had less mass extinction events as, you know, above land stuff. But there are pockets on this planet where things have survived that shouldn't have been able to survive, according to modern science, that were completely disproved as impossible. And suddenly they discovered it is. The point I'm making is not that it actually was a pterodactyl. It could have been maybe a runoff evolution of it that would have been perceived as, you know, a dragon. Something along those lines. I'm not sure. Well, I know there's some things about dinosaurs too, for a fact. Number one, yes. Yes. Strictly because the oxygen levels on our planet are too low. Yeah, I'm well aware. I'm not saying it was giant, but we still have big things. We still have big. I was talking about land animals. Land animals would be an elephant. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, my whole thing is that I'm not saying that it would be like the direct pterodactyl descendant, but maybe something that was like a lizard flying in the sky that went extinct more modernly. There's a few interesting paleontologists. Probably an ostrich, I would imagine. I would imagine probably ostrich. Or... well, that doesn't do us any good now, does it? Yeah. Some scientist is just like, fuck it. Birds. It is stupid. There's a... So, the pterodactyl was named by someone who is clearly pretentious. And like to have... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. Yeah. It is. Anyway, my whole thing is I leave open the possibility that, you know, because we haven't really explored. I mean, we've gotten much better. We have up until the 1950s, we hadn't explored very much. Post 1950s, things dramatically increased the total level of exploration that we were doing. I mean, now we have lighter scans, literally, you know, finding things. So I don't use that it would, you know, still be possible to this day. I'm not even arguing that you would have something like that still possible to this day. I'm saying up until the 1500s, maybe it was more possible for one of those kinds of creatures to have survived and was pushed to the brink of extinction from overhunting and that kind of stuff. We do have, but that's just it. We do have people who are drawing things that reference dragons throughout the 1500s and earlier. Like tons of them in like. I agree, but we're talking in the 1500s when the Renaissance was at its peak and education was much better. It's not like it was the Dark Ages. You have these things being referenced. It does bring an air of questioning. I'm not saying credibility, but questioning on the possibility that what was being witnessed was the survival of a species that had gone up into a certain point and then was pushed to the brink of extinction. Because humanity has many precedent times of doing that, even in modern era, being the dodo. Like, and so much more than that. The white tiger, another great example of something literally going extinct. The white rhino in Africa. Those things are, people are gonna be like, yeah, in like literally 20 years, they're gonna be like, there was no such thing as a fucking white rhino. Literally in 20 years' time. I'm not saying, I was using it as a reference. X needs to put a lot of love into the live streaming services. It's shit. It's dog shit. Oh, I never disagreed with you. It's literally dog shit. They have a lot of work to do. I only do it. How far up do I have to scroll? Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that is possible, yeah, for sure. Her and I were actually just talking about Japan today. They have a lot of fun stuff. So much fun stuff, actually. Yeah, I actually can agree with that. They do. I mean, I hope, Omni, that they would support the platform, but honestly, I don't think that they're going to. Well, you know, I think the point is just to bring attention to Illuvium's existence, so as long as you're doing that, that's enough. Kitty Cat deck is okay today. I'm running into some more counters than I was the other day. Yep. This time. See, I would agree that it was their primary focus, Omni, if they had a better discovery system for that kind of content. I just think that they have better web servers optimized for that kind of stuff more than anything. But I wouldn't say, and probably because there's less people using it too, so it's not really a crowded space per se, and so it's more open bandwidth for me to be able to utilize. I would actually argue that because I don't know many. I don't actually know almost any video content creators on Twitter, X. I actually don't know a single one. Like none of them popped in my head. Do you know any? I literally don't know a single one. Like I'm trying to sit here and think of just one. Yeah, Omni, I was saying that I don't know that it is that they're focusing on it as a platform. I would argue that the reason why it's so clear is literally because no one is using it, and as such, there's open bandwidth for better quality. I would say that it's quite the opposite, that they haven't actually proved that they're focusing on it at all because they have no discovery system in play that actually provides a reason for people to stream video content to their platform. Their entire focus has been entirely voice spaces. Like it's just not a good platform. It's honestly really a bad platform for streaming video content altogether. I only do it strictly for optimization of searches for like NFT stuff. That's literally it. And that's not enough reasoning because almost no one from that community goes in and watches that. Like almost no one cares. It's just it's a bad platform. It's honestly a bad platform and they have no skin in the game whatsoever. If you're talking about the thing where they like all run to the back, the way that I played it was actually with like running all the primary tanks in the back line. That's the way that I countered it and beat it earlier today. You lose the first few rounds, but in the late game you start winning them if you position the rogues the right, or not your rogues, but your fighters the right way. The thing is, the video thing has always been there on me. It's always been there. So, like, it may not even be a focus for them at all. It was there before he acquired it. Like, the video stuff was there for years. It was known as Periscope prior to his acquisition of it. So, it's always been bad. It's just never been a primary focus. And I don't know that right now it is a primary focus for them. I agree that long term it would be foolish of them not to try to do something in that. But I wouldn't necessarily call any updates on that game changing because his focus has not showed that he even cares that much about it. His focus has been literally on trying to turn it into a platform that he can use to make phone calls and stuff, in his own words. The rogue deck? Yeah. You want to know what it is? The ice deck that used to kick ass beforehand. The one that our deck beats. Long term, I agree, though. It would be foolish of him not to work on video content. Video is literally the next thing that he has to counter because of things like TikTok. Periscope was X. Periscope was Twitter, bro. Periscope was literally Twitter's version. Oh my god, I hit ready. I didn't mean to fucking hit ready. Oh my god, my fucking mouse, man. This overly sensitive clicker. Periscope was never shut down. It was always open. Like, I streamed on Periscope up until it turned into X. Like, I actually legitimately streamed up until it turned into X.com. So it was still open up until he acquired it. But it actually migrated. I can't believe I fucked up this round. I guess it gives me a one advantage that I fucked up this round. And that I'm going to see his placement, and then I'll be able to deal more with it. Interesting, he went with the healer. I'm not saying it was the same thing. I understand that they were two separate entities. I'm saying that Periscope was still open up until the acquisition now. Because I was definitely streaming on it. Through Restream. And you say Elon doesn't release inferior products, but I have plenty of videos of the Tesla Model X having insane amounts of insane amount of water leakage into the trunk space. I get it. I get it. I'm just sad. Oh, I'm not trying to win it. I meant to put the attack speed. I fucked that one up. It doesn't matter if it was shut down before. The point is that there were still live video streaming services up until Elon acquired it. That's all. Through Restream, I've been able to nonstop restream through it for years. Double Mystic. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, he did the exact same thing. At least the monkey's going that way. To the right and come to the left. Although I don't like that. Or this other stuff. I guess my scorpion takes out his. That's good. Oh, he actually really kicked my butt on that one. Hit. Want him to have less healing. That on him. We're gonna do that, yeah. Mm-hmm. That is hilarious. Got the win. Let's go. I have been bouncing back and forth between 800 and 850. It's very frustrating. Wow. Oh my god. I didn't play anything. Oh, fuck. I lost the first round.
Back to nothing.
Okay, his positioning's a little strange, but... I'm gonna mirror him. Yeah, I used Periscope for a long time streaming. It was a really, really shit platform. Although I will say, one interesting thing, when Periscope was a thing, I did have more interactions. Like, I don't really get that many interactions on Twitter when I'm streaming at all. Like, maybe 1 or 2 a week. In terms of, like, people chatting. Like, people will like things all the time, but likes don't mean jack doo-doo as a streamer. That's what I'm saying. Periscope, I had more people show up by comparison to where X is right now. Like, I actually had more people showing up back when I was doing the streams in Periscope. More people were writing to me, chatting. Far more people, actually. Like, you get none of that anymore. Unfortunately, his Lynx has kicked my butt. Damn, his Lynx got me.
Your download is complete.
Look, if they manage to improve it over time, I'll be hyped. But I don't see it happen anytime soon. Like, they just don't have an incentive to do that right now. They really have no incentive to go up against Kick right now. Maybe if I put this... I'm wondering if I put this, like, here to, like, throw the taunts off. Just a bit. Oh, Nick showed up here. Okay. I'm not saying that that's not the vision. I'm saying it's years away. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Like, I don't see it happening anytime this year. And in this particular situation, I don't know that being early to it matters that much. Because you have to go where the audience is. Right now, the audience is primarily between two platforms, YouTube and Twitch. Damn, man. Oh, it's because he had more stuns than I did. He had his ape out. Okay. That's all. It's because he had his ape and sitting back there, stunning me. That's literally the difference. I'm saying that I don't disagree. Oh, I was saying that I don't disagree about him trying to make X the everything platform. I just don't see the streaming thing being a thing this year. I don't even know that I see it within the next 2 years, really. He's got focus elsewhere right now, which is on making the audio quality content good enough that he can actually quit using his mobile phone service. So, like, I don't see him going up against, like, Twitch or YouTube anytime in the next couple of years. And if we're talking about video powerhouses, YouTube is always going to be, well, you know, I reply to the questions being presented to me. Who just left? Oh, okay. He didn't say anything. Who? Oh. No, it's not when you disconnect it. It's when you get a Twitter alert that something came in or a message or something like that, a direct message. Ever since I started pumping on Twitter, I've been getting a shit ton more people trying to reach out to me, telling me, trying to get me to play their scam games and all this other stuff on a regular basis. Shit, if we do it like this. I'm actually gonna do this. I have a feeling. Kick. Yeah. Yeah, you showed me that. Meatloaf. Or yeah, I remember that. Damn, man. Literally, I'm just bouncing in the same fucking range. 850. Can't break out of it. You watched the last video with me, Omni. It had nothing to do with Omni discovering this meta. As a matter of fact, Omni didn't discover this meta. As a matter of fact, the person who came to my stream and visited me, like a few days before even Viper posted that video, had shared with me that that deck was a possibility, but he actually said himself that there was a problem, that it wasn't beating enough of ice. But the thing is that a nerf came out, hit everything across the board, and then suddenly all these other decks started working. And it wasn't even ice, it was actually behemoth. It was actually, the behemoth was a little too strong. So it's like the nerf actually genuinely made all those other decks possible. Like that just happens. Like there's literally games that where you have to have a nerf actually happen in order for other things to come into the meta. Grim Patron Warrior is a prime example of that. Anyone who played Hearthstone during the Grim Patron area knows how dominant that deck was. It was it literally destroyed the game. You are not. Oh my god. Well, shit. Let's just try to have fun, I guess. I mean, are we really just gonna have fun? Are we just gonna go for whatever we want? I'm assuming that's Nick trying to join in. I didn't hear any intro. Can't believe. Luck. Yeah. Yep. Huh? Never mind, I thought you had flashed something. Well, they usually announce the weekly payouts on Thursday or Friday, so for the previous week. subscription-based models are literal shit in hell. Pretty much. Which big boy? Oh, my girl? Yeah. The problem is that when I registered for the creator program, they actually asked me for my ID and all that stuff. So, and it's I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that actually works. I don't really. True. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, why your position, your hero's position, where it was like not allowing everything of mine to attack it for some reason. GG. Yeah, that's fair. Give me one sec, cause she might be. It is RNG. Yeah, it is definitely RNG. I've kind of got a little bit better understanding pathing, like a little bit about what route they're gonna take, but I don't have it 100%. Like I have it like maybe about 30%, which is so the rogue deck is pretty much our hard counter to this deck. Yeah. Give me one sec. I gotta see when she's gonna be ready for bed too. So I'll be right back. I am going to take a 45-minute to an hour break, and I will be back. She's ready for bed, so I'm gonna go spend a little bit of time with her, and then I will be back. So see you when I get back. See everyone when I get back, guys.